Good afternoon, friends. Per request, I will be answering a few of our division review questions to get ready for our test that we have coming up on Monday. I received 4 different questions from the classes that I'm going to be going over. So as you're looking through your packet and we're working through these questions here, I just want you guys to know that we have these questions in our packet and that you guys can be working this along with me, or if you're already done, you can use this to help check your work and just think about the processes as we're solving different math problems. So on page 1, question 1, it says Lionel displays his collection of Matchbox cars in the display cases like the one shown below. How many cars can Lionel display in 6 cases? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on the grid below. Be sure to use correct place value. So first, I want to go ahead and think about what is the question asking me. Well, they want to know how many cars, that would be an important word, can Lionel display in 6 cases. So that's what my question is looking for right there. I know right now from my data that they want to have 6 cases. I also can see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cars. And that represents his 1 case that he has right now. So if there are cases and there are cars and they want to know how many cars, that means my plan is I'm looking for all of the cars. I'm going to be finding a total. When I find a total, I know that I'm going to be multiplying. So I'm going to set up my multiplication equation over here. I have 16 times 6. Remember, if you don't know your math facts and you need to use a different strategy to do that, just use some space here on the side. So if you need to show your 6 times 6, you know you have 6 groups. You're going to have 6 in each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on until I've got it all filled in. And I really like that I've seen this last week that we're practicing going back and making sure that each one has an equal amount because it's very important that in division and multiplication, they have to have equal groups. That's what sets them apart and makes them unique from addition and subtraction. So I go through and I count and I see that I've got groups of 5 in there. So I'm going to count the 5s first. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'll go back and count the ones. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Because I know each place value has to have its own spot, I am going to regroup that 3. Also because that 3 represents 3 tenths. Then I go over to the tens place value, which we've been practicing. I know that 6 times 1 is 6. I'm going to add that 3, so 7, 8, 9. Final answer on this question is 96. Very important too. I saw just a couple people making the error of doing the 96 in this column right here. But the problem with that is that this column is the hundreds, which we've talked about before. Also remember, we do not write HTO right here. We write the number that they had bubbled in below. Okay? So that's question 1 on page 1. We're going to go ahead and take a look at page 1, question 2. It says, Kaylin and her family went to Galveston on a family vacation. Each day, Kaylin collected shells. The table shows the number of shells she collected each day. Kaylin's brother found 4 times as many shells as she did. How many shells did Kaylin's brother find? Well, if I'm going back and checking this, I know that my question, get my pen tool going here. There we go. Oh, nope. There we go. So I'm looking for shells that Kaylin's brother found. Those are the 2 most important things that I'm going to pick out of that question. We've really been focusing on finding just the most important pieces. We don't need to rewrite the whole thing because that's just going to make us really tired and frustrated. So I know that's the question. I'm going to start finding any data that has to do with shells or with the brother. So when I'm finding my data, I'll go right here on the side. I see that Kaylin collected 7 shells Thursday, 6 Friday, and 8 Saturday. Because the question doesn't say anything about only on Thursday or only on Friday or only Saturday, I'm going to go ahead and group those shells right over here because those are all the shells. It doesn't say I need just a specific day, so I'm going to go ahead and combine them. I know that 7 plus 6 is 13, because 6 plus 6 is 12, and I give it one more. 13 plus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I regroup. So I know that total there are 21 shells. Okay, and I know that Kaylin's brother found 4 times as many. That is a big clue right there for us that we need to be aware when they give us those really good clues. He's having 4 times as many as she did. So I need to go ahead, and my plan is to multiply because I see that word right there that is linked up here in my question. It's linked in my problem. I'm going to multiply times 4. Is great because we have our counting 4 song that will help us multiply. So 4 times 1, we know that is 4. And then we go over to the tens column for 8. Final answer here is 84. Okay, so that's my answer, and then I can check it by showing my groups over here if I wanted. So 4 times 1, one group of 4, and then 4 times 2, 2 groups of 4 is 8. Go on to the next question. It says page 2, question 3. Mandy solved 2 times 3 times 6 and found a product of 36. Which of the following is true about the expression 2 times 3 times 6? Well, we remember that the parentheses say, ooh, 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 pick me, pick me. So we're going to go ahead and do whatever is in the parentheses first and find out what she is looking for. So they want to know in the question, they're looking for what's true. Very important thing to notice. And my data is the equation. So what I'm going to do, rather than me writing it over here since I'm on a screen, I'll go ahead and start solving it right here. We know that 2 times 3 is 6. And as we solved just a minute ago, we know that 6 times 6 is 36. So we see already that her product is correct. Now we want to go ahead and take a look and see what happens when we switch up the expression. So we have 3 times 6, so we'll have 3 groups of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 3 times 6 made 18. Times 2, that's when I can start setting up my standard algorithm again. 18 times 2. Well, I know 2 times 8 is 16. And then I have 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1, 36. So we got the same product with both equations. And as you guys know, we've been talking about a lot. If I mix up the multiplication expression, it does not matter the order it goes in unless there is a picture. Exactly. So we see that the product is equal, it's the same as 36. So C is going to be my answer for that question. And by doing all this other work, guys, by showing all these steps right here, that serves as my answer, that serves as my check. As long as I go back through and I can count in these boxes right here that I had an equal amount, then I'm good to go. I just want to go back through and make sure, is it true? Yes, it's equal because I found it right here and I found it right here that they are equal. That's my proof. I have to prove why things are the way they are in math. So we're going to go to our final question. It was a question on page 3, question 3. It says, Yolanda made a pan of brownies to share with 3 friends. She cut the brownies into 28 equal pieces. Which equation shows how many brownies Yolanda and her 3 friends received if they share the brownies equally? I really like that we asked for this question because this is one that I've seen we've had a harder time with. We start with the question, of course, and we're going to find the question mark and trace our way back to the front. So it says which equation, so we're looking for an equation that shows how many brownies Yolanda and her 3 friends receive if they shared the brownies equally. So right here in my cue, I'm going to start picking out only the things I need. I want an equation for brownies. Sorry, it's not the neatest handwriting. I'm using my finger here. For Yolanda and her 3 friends. That's very, very important, and that's the piece that I've seen us miss so many times. Yolanda wants brownies too. Whoever it is, Peter wants cookies too. It doesn't matter who it is. If I think about you guys being in class, it's not any fun if some people get cookies and some don't. Everyone wants an equal share. They want to be included. So we're doing Yolanda and her 3 friends. That makes 4 people that are sharing these equally. So I'm going to start pulling out my information that I know. I know Yolanda plus 3 means there's 4 people. And they're happy because they have brownies. Then I'm going to go and take a look, and I saw that there were 28 equal pieces. Oops. There we go. 28 pieces. So I know if I'm sharing anything, we talked about that so much. If I'm sharing, if I'm giving away and it's equal, then my plan is to divide. So I can start dividing these and separating them into sections. And because there's 4 people, I noticed right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So really, each friend's going to get a row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each person should get 7. I can go ahead and divide that as well and divide my 28 by the 4 friends. 2, 3, 4. Oopsie, there you go. And so then I would start counting until I get to 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28. Oh, I see each person got 7, and they wanted an equation. So I know in division, I always start with my total because I don't share people. I share other things like brownies. I don't share people. Remember we said that's a terrible thing to do. So I have 28 brownies that I'm sharing with 4 people. We just discovered that that was 7. So B would be my correct equation. I can check that with my fact families where I flip that around. 7 times 4 makes 28. And I use my counting 4 song to see if that's true. So I say 4, 8, 12, and 16, 20, 24, 28, stop. 28 is 7 times 4. So we found the correct answer. We've shown all this beautiful good work because we love to keep our dear teacher happy and to be excellent, okay? So great job, guys. Thanks for joining me. Please remember that on Monday when we're taking our test, we're not going to get stressed out about it. That's not what we do. We take our time, we breathe, and we show all the beautiful work that I know you guys know. Okay? I believe in you guys. I'm excited for you. Remember, every day we do our personal best. Thanks, guys.